Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to draft a conclusion for your information text. There are two things that you want to do when drafting your conclusion. Your conclusion should summarise all of the key points that you've made during your text, and it should leave the reader with a sense of satisfaction at the end. So, how do we do this, and how does it fit into our traits of writing? Well, in terms of our traits of writing, we're really focusing on fluency, because it's important when you summarise a text to make sure that you restate or represent the main ideas in a different way. You don't want to just use the same words and phrases that you used in the main body of your text, or your writing becomes stilted and dull. The reader's interest really drops off. So you want to change things up. You're going to need to start by looking back at your text and rereading the main ideas, the key points that you made during the text. Let's look at what I did, and I'll show you what I mean. In my text about the Eastern Fiddler Ray, I looked through for the main ideas. There should be at least one in each subtopic paragraph, and you probably put yours in the first sentence. So I go to each of my subtopic paragraphs, and I look at my first sentences of each paragraph. Here they are. The Eastern Fiddler Ray is shark-like in the way it moves, eats, and even gives birth. The rays inhabit shallow waters along the Australian coastline. This creature has a truly remarkable appearance which helps it survive. I'm going to resist the temptation to write them word for word, and instead what I'm going to do is think, how can I recombine that information in an interesting way for the reader? I write, the Eastern Fiddler Ray is unusual in many ways, from the shark-like movement of its tail to the strangeness of its features. It continues to be found in new, shallow waters along the Australian coast. Now that you've restated the main ideas of your writing, it's time for those closing sentences. The sentences that leave the reader with a sense of satisfaction. These sentences are a great opportunity to reflect personally on the topic that you've been researching and writing about. It's possible that while researching and writing, you've come up with what I would call a grand idea about your topic. In a way, it's like you're standing on the shoulders of all of the researchers that have written all that information you've read and made notes about. And by standing on their shoulders, you can see just that little bit further. So what am I going to write? What has occurred to me as I've been researching and writing about the Eastern Fiddler Ray? Let's look. Something that's occurred to me as I've been doing my research is just how unique and amazing this animal is. But also, I've lived in Australia all my life and I have never heard of it. I think it deserves to be better known. So I write, although it's not as cute as a koala, the Eastern Fiddler Ray is every bit as unique. It is an animal that deserves to be better known to all Australians. Now it's your turn. Read back through your draft to find the main ideas that you've written about. You might like to write them out together separately on a piece of paper and then think how they could be reworked together. Think about the topic personally then. How does it make you feel? Do you have any grand ideas or thoughts that have come out of your research and your writing. Put them into 1 or 2 sentences at the end to leave the reader with that sense of satisfaction. Enjoy your work.